All right, here we go. Page 9. You got it? It's going to be on the AC. The one I'm about to give you. So this is actually, it happened on the old provincial exam, like one of the provincial exams, and it stunned some students. But really, you should have been able to get 2 out of 3 marks without me even doing this example, if you really think about the concepts that are covered. So it says using numbers 1 to 9. So it tells you, hey, these are the options that are available to you. Fill in the blanks such that the average, right? We want the average to be 6. We want the median to be 7. Okay, sorry. And we want the mode to be 9. Where would you put the? You put the 7, exactly. This is like the first step. First step, in my opinion, is getting this number in there. So we're going to put that in the middle. Right there. That's 1 mark. On the provincial exam, that was 1 mark. Just to put the 7 where it belongs. Page 9. And then which one is the next one you would do? Which one would you tackle next if you could? Average? What about mode? What's the definition of mode? Occurs most often, most popular. Don't you think it would be fairly simple to make that happen? Where would you put the 9? Because mode is 9, so 9 has to appear most often. On the right side? Correct. It could be on the left side, because as long as it's arranged, like ascending or descending, but I usually go ascending. So this is my second step. Okay, second step. So I'm going to put the 9 and the 9 there. I'm 2 out of 3 already, 2 out of 3 marks. Okay, bless you. How would you do the rest? And this is where it gets interesting. You have options. But think about it this way. How did we get an average of 6? Like, what did we do to our sum to get that 6? We divided it by what? How many values would we divide our sum by? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 numbers? So what I do here is multiply that by 5 values. 6 times 5. The sum has to be 6 times 5, 30, right? So we need this whole thing to add up to 30. Correct? Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you get it to 30. Morning. So, and we know that this adds up. This is on page 9. What does this add up to? 9 and 9, 18, 7, 25, right? Okay. You know me, right? I mean, Mondays are the worst for me, as Colton corrected me twice yesterday. Yeah, I know, but Mondays you have to pay close attention to what I'm doing. So 25, 30, we need 30. We already have 25. So what must this add up to? Yeah, this has to add up to 5. So this is where you just pick and choose. We have numbers 1 to 9 that we could use. So we can use what? 1 and 4, 2 and 3. You can't use 0 because it's 1 to 9. But if 0 had been an option, sure, you could have done 0, 5, right? Just be careful. Sometimes it works out that you can use 2 of the same. So for example, let's say this had been 6 that you needed. Some students would go 3, 3. What's the problem if you use 3 and 3? Is your mode still 9 if you use 3 and 3? I'm just giving you a hypothetical case where this is 6. Let's say you needed 6, right, to complete that sum. Then you would have mode of 3 and 9, and that can't be. So then you would lose the mode mark. You would still get the mark for average. Okay, so I will do this. 1 and 4. 2 or 2, 3, right? So you could do either this option or this option. Is there another one? No, that's it. So I would say this or that, right? That goes in here. And so that's what I would do. So whatever your average is that you're looking for, you multiply by the number of values. So let's say I had 7 blanks here. You would go 6 times 7 to get 42. So that means that whatever numbers you place in here would have to add up to 42. Right? And we were able to do this and this. And I'm going to use some highlighters here. Right? So I'm just going to say this is the first number we tackled. Right? That way it stands out when you review this. And then the mode is the one I did as my second step. And so here's my mode. Okay. And then average was third. This is my third step. Right. I'm just going to write down this is my third step. So first, second, third. I would always do my average last if I were you. It just makes it a lot easier. I'm not saying it can't be done any other way, but this will be the... You want to practice one more time before I give it to you on the AC? Then practice it right next here. Try that one real quick. You're more smarter than me, right? Anyways, I'm going to start with my median. So I'm going to put the 11 right here. That's done. It's fulfilled. You get a mark for sure for the median, right? Oops, sorry. And then I'm going to do my mode next, which is 5. So because it's less than 11, I'm going to put it here, right? 5, 5. Because by definition, the median tells you that half of the values are less and half are greater. Okay. So we got the mode taken care of and the median. So right now you would get 2 out of 3 already. And you want the average to be 10. You go back, you're like, well, what did I do to get this average? I divided my sum by 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to multiply. I wish maybe I should do 7 slots at some point, but I think this is good for now. So sum would have to be 50, right? So you do this on the side and you tell yourself, hey, this whole thing has to add up to 50. I already have 10 and 11, that's 21. So I need this to be 29, because 29, 21 gives you 50. Just subtract what you have from 50 to get what you need. Okay, so just use your skills. So how can I make that happen? 14 and 15, so I'm going to go 14, 15, yeah. What else? 13, 16, right? 13, 16 would work as well. 12, 17, yeah. So I'm going to do that, 12, 17. Like all these combos give you 29. Is there like 10? What about 10, 19? It's below, yeah. So the 10 being here would be a problem because now you don't have half and half, right? If you have a 10, then there are 3 values that are below 11 and only 1 above, so that's a problem. Then this is no longer your median. So you gotta be careful what you do there. This is it. If this shows up, you'd be like, I got this, right? Okay, that's it. Everything else you were supposed to know. Let me just